6. Good morning. My name is Ifeimi Andrew. Let's get into your reactions to a few of the headlines. I mean, quite a lot of them you heard already on the news, and I'll just run through a few of them again. Stakeholders reject peace agreement despite governor's pledge to implement the deal. Security guard allegedly kills 26-year-old man in Emoha local government area in Rivers State. And despite the economic situation, this headline is quite interesting. Fun lovers besiege recreational spots despite economic hardship. And I saw a friend who posted a video of a lot of people standing around just across where she lives. And she was telling me, see, they say no money, but a lot of people are buying chicken. Where are they getting the money from? The only advice we give is don't overspend, though. There's another Christmas in front. Let's get to the phone lines now, shall we? 0817-923-0007. Again, 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923 0003 0817-923-0003. Don't forget to use the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416. Good morning, Andrew. Boxing Day. Can I ask those crying more than the bereaved that what was their input in ensuring the governor's win during the elections? Also knows Governor Sim, in the face of the current situation with his father, also knows he wouldn't have been governor if not for his political father being instrumental in it. Kel in Port Harcourt sent that in. Okay, let's quickly hear from Leighton Barry and then we go to JJ. Good morning, Leighton Barry from Bori. Compliments of the season to you and straight to the point, please.
Good morning and happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, let me look at the stakeholders in Rivers State reject the peace agreement. Yes, to me, this is what I also want to see, because this situation called for disagreement. Because if you look at out of 100% of the agreement reached, only 1% favors Governor Sim Fubara. And I have not seen in any governance in this country where a governor is being called to a certain agreement on how he's going to govern the state. If it were so, I think a lot of states are owing salaries and a lot of developmental projects that are lying low. I think presidents are supposed to have done this kind of thing to other governors. So, to me, I disagree with that. Then, Governor Sim paying Rivers State House of Assembly members. I think by law, is it allowed that somebody that has been declared vacant, in a position that has been declared vacant, should be paid? And if he is paid, does the law still compel him or his position to be vacant? Because they are saying they have declared their position vacant, and you are still going about paying them. So I don't know if the laws will still allow.
All right, Leighton Barry, thank you.
We are still arguing that their position should
Leighton
be
Barry, thank you. But let me clarify that so you understand. Their salaries being withheld was before their seats was, in quote, declared vacant, or before, in quote, they defected. Even after they defected, they were still lawmakers. So the time that they were serving while they were lawmakers, up until, in quote, the vacancy you are talking about came up, they deserve to be paid. If they're being owed, they deserve to be paid. And perhaps that was the payment that was made. We would imagine that was the payment that was made. And it is well within the rights of the lawmakers to receive their payment if they worked. Let's take a commercial now.
As the Christmas bells
29 minutes past 6. We'll get back into it. Let's go through some of the headlines from The Punch, Vanguard, and a couple other national dailies before we get going. So on The Punch, this one says here, political profiteers fueling Wike Fubara crisis, Rivers APC chairman. That's what the headline says. Political profiteers fueling Wike Fubara crisis, Rivers APC chairman. Simply just saying people who benefit from political crisis are the ones fanning the fire. Another headline, Rivers PDP fumes as Fubara defends Tinubu over peace deal. Okay. Was the PDP involved? I thought the PDP in Rivers State agrees that the FCT minister is also one of the leaders of the party in the state. Looking at his record and all that he has attained so far in his political career, and he is a strong voice and member of the PDP in Rivers State. If that is the case, it is. I think people would ask a question why the PDP is fuming, because ordinarily many would expect that the PDP would have understood some of the decisions or meetings would have been held. Well, we wouldn't know until the PDP says something. But if you get to The Punch, you can find the details. The headline there says, Rivers PDP fumes as Fubara defends Tinubu over peace deal. Does that mean that they're not comfortable with the content of the deal? If so, what is their position with regards to the position of the FCT minister, who is a member of the PDP and one of the leaders of the PDP in the state, who feels comfortable with the deal? We'll find out. Or does the PDP now have a faction that is not in support of, that is loyal to the governor? Well, that headline will say a lot. It will say a lot. CBN investigator summons Lemo, others over Union Bank deal. And then you will see this one. 13 states plan fresh 2.3 trillion naira borrowing. 13 states plan fresh 2.3 trillion naira borrowing. To do what? To spend on what? Important questions. Naira weakens to 1,233 naira to a dollar at the parallel market. That's what the situation is on that one. Remember, the Vanguard has interesting headlines too, and this one says why Tinubu won't stop intervening in states' crisis presidency. Why Tinubu won't stop intervening in states' crisis. That's it. All lies. Emeka Ike's brother reacts to actor's ex-wife, son allegations. You'd see that there as well. And then this one here says Kaduna bombing. Tudumbiri Christians, Muslims celebrate Christmas in church. And that's the most you can find on Vanguard newspaper. Don't forget, you can join in on the show. Simply get on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. It gives you the opportunity to not just only drop your comments real time, but you get to watch. And you can listen from wherever you are in the world. That is the beauty of it. So get on Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Do well to like the page and interact with all the posts you find there. And you can get on X as well, Nigeria Info PH, and also make your contributions. Use the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416. And I'll take some WhatsApp messages quickly before we go over to the phone lines. We have quite a number of messages on WhatsApp at the moment. Let's see. Where do we start from? This one says, Siat Vigilante shot a man to death. This is condemnable and unacceptable. It has been rumored that the kidnapping and insecurity experienced by residents are linked to those hooligans of security. The governor defends Tinubu over peace deal. This should serve those of our zealous followers and loyalists right. Omaso. My worry is what we expect the governor to say. Antagonize the president or revolt against the president, or I mean, if for anything, there are people who believe that his response is just showing the kind of a person that he is: simple, gentle, straightforward. But then does not mean that he might not have his own decisions to make, because ultimately, like if you listen to what he said, he would find a way to implement this in a way that it does not affect the freedom and the will of the people. So I think it shouldn't be what anybody should begin to make a big fuss about if he defends the president. What should he have done? That's the president. He is the president. Good morning. 2023 has been characterized by killings in Rivers State. Please, they should stop it because human life is priceless. Secondly, stakeholders reject the peace accord. Please, where were these stakeholders when the minister and the governor? If there is no peace, there will be no meaningful development in the state, because the governor will be busy lobbying people to his side throughout his tenure. Stakeholders, stop taking medicine over somebody's headache. Eluwa Miracle from Rukboku. And then Rivers people should see the resolution by the president as a threat to the state. Secondly, if the Ijaw Nation did not manage this crisis rightly, they will be termed as weaklings. Only one man can't be having his way always. Victoria David, as from you, this person says the rejection of the peace accord by Rivers stakeholders is good and a welcome development, whereas the peace accord was unconstitutional, obnoxious, anti-Rivers people, absurd, wicked, and barbaric. Governor should of necessity rescind his decision to implement that sham of a peace accord with Fine Face Unye Awaji Ungo from Ungo Town in Andoni. That one is from you. And then this one says, good morning. A town hall is different. The resolution is not for the interest of Rivers people, but parochial and hierarchical sentiment by the president. Even Mr. President and former governor would not accept this kind of resolution. Evangelist Roland, you sent that one in. Good morning, Ifeami. And compliments of the season. The 8-point stakeholder resolution in the villa does not represent majority of Rivers people's interest. One man cannot mortgage the state for his own interest. This is unbelievable and will be resisted. Owanate Clinton West, that one is from you. We have plenty more, but we have to go take some calls now. So let's go to the phone lines, and we'll start with Uche from Echie. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning and happy Boxing Day.
Yes, happy Boxing Day. Good morning.
Yes. Andrew, I want to look at Governor C accepted to implement the 8-point resolutions, while stakeholders kicked against it. And Punabongo Tukota said that the body language of Mr. Governor shows that he is not ready to implement the resolution. Now let me take the tray quickly. Andrew, for past 3 weeks now, you have centered our rise to wisdom on the power to say yes and no. I want to tell us for free this morning and with due respect that the reason why it looks as if there is crisis in the state is the inability to say yes or no by our governor. Let me back it up with evidence. You remember last week Monday when the resolution we signed? Yeah, we are crisis everywhere, tension everywhere in the state. Some people were asking the governor to break silence. And our governor broke silence by telling us that no amount is too big to pay for peace. And his information commissioner backed it up by telling us that we have grown beyond asking who signed and who did not sign. Immediately there were protests, solidarity movement everywhere in the state. See, this moment, that resolution has not been implemented. But to the glory of God yesterday, the governor has broken another silence by saying, I will implement the resolution. Now you can see stakeholders here and there. These are the people that are throwing this state into off balance and oblivion. I am calling on them this morning, wherever you think you are a stakeholder. Please, you are our problem. Allow the governor to concentrate.
All right, Uche, thank you very much.
The governor is the
Let's move on.
Most beneficial.
Time exhausted. God's time for Manelga. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifeami Andrew.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Merry Xmas.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm happy Boxing Day.
Okay.
If any, Andrew, the governor has affirmed the implementation of the 8-point agreement they signed with the president over the crisis rocking River State. Yes, in as much as I am against the agreement, but since the governor has made up his mind to implement everything, I would say let the stakeholders give peace a chance and let the governor go ahead and implement. Besides, we aren't there when he had an agreement to become the governor with the ex-governor. And I feel those agreements reached should be tried as much as possible to be fulfilled. And he should give more to Rivers people because we gave him a mandate according to the law being affirmed in the Court of Instance and the Appeal Court. And coming out again in Supreme Court, which don't know the verdict. But still, the governor should try to give Rivers people what we want. And secondly, or conclusively, a 26-year-old man shot down by a Fiat security. I think the police should swing into investigation and bring out the perpetrator of this act. If actually true, she should be prosecuted and brought to justice. I think I have been able to make some good points.
All right, thank you very much, God's time from Anelga. And quickly, let me say, JJ, please do well to call us back. I mean, before JJ was on the line, and then we had to go for a commercial, so had to interrupt that call. So JJ, please, if you're listening, do well to call back. Lugard in Echie, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, stakeholders in River State condemn the peace pact by Mr. President and the governor of River State. Andrew, please, I want to call on Mr. President this morning. The President Tinubu, remember you are once a governor of Lagos and nobody interfered in your government. Nobody controls you. Former Governor E.N. Wike was also a governor of River State for 8 years, uninterrupted. Nobody interrupted him. Nobody challenged him. Nobody controlled him. He controlled the state. He did the state anyhow he wants to do during his own time. Why now that Siminalayi Fubara is a governor of River State? Why is this Buhari? Why are you telling the governor that the people who resigned, honorably resigned, and some said both on their conscience, some said both on their personal that they have resigned, and you advise the governor to call them back in a state like River State, that governor that the River State were elected, somebody resigned, and you ask him to come back. Oh my God! And also ask the assembly members to sit anywhere they want to sit. Are we in a lawless country? No. Rivers people are solidly behind the governor. I, Lugaman, and my supporters, we are queuing behind the governor, and we are saying those resolutions will not. Governor Sim will not implement them. Already, he has started implementing. He has first of all implemented the allowances. Fine, but similar those other ones, please don't do so, because Rivers people are not happy with those resolutions, and we are not going to accept it. We are not going to accept it.
Thank you very much.
It's high time godfatherism in this state should be eradicated.
All right, good news in Mount 3. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Okay, go ahead.
Happy Boxing Day.
Wish you the same.
Thank you very much. Let me continue from where Lugaman stopped. Stakeholders signed and reject the signed agreement. I think, if you ask me, we are making this thing to turn something else. If Fubara has gotten any agreement with Sisoga, which we don't know, he has come to say that it is not a death wish. And the different people are saying, don't sign, don't implement it. He's saying that he will implement even the spirit of the agreement. Since he will not buy after signing, let him go ahead and do what he wants to do. But the people too are watching, because it is our money. It is a slap on the face of people. If he goes towards such agreement, that is because he wants to. He has the pen, he has the power to implementing, only to not implementing, that is his business. But my point is about the fear to young man, that the man that was killed from early. And the people who are crying. One question I want to ask, we have not from Fiat. How are we sure that young man and his friends did not go to steal from the palm fronts in Fiat that they shot him and they are standing without no remorse? That is one question. But I would like the Nigerian people to have some search company to confirm him. If really that man was innocent, that man was innocent, because they've stolen that company. That's so much. Then the issue of the militarism, despite the hardship in Nigeria, there's one man that sang one song I used to sing. I can't kill myself. Oh. Allow me to enjoy you. I think that is what people are doing. In spite of the hardship.
All right, good news.
We don't want to kill ourselves.
Thank you very much. Quickly again, the numbers to call are 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923-0002. Or you call 0817-923-0003. Mufasa from NTA Road, good morning.
Yeah, hi Andrew, good morning.
Welcome.
Compliments of the season.
I wish you the same, man.
Yeah, let me quickly say that the governor, as a decent gentleman, came out yesterday to tell Rivers people something, and for me, most of the things he said yesterday were very, very instructive. He has said that he will be willing and committed to implement the presidential peace proclamation without, compromising the collective interests of the Rivers people and our shared democratic values. For me, that is very, very instructive. He can only do what he can do. The ones he cannot do, well, I'm sure there are institutions saddled with the authority to do those things. And then the statement credited to Mr. Funabon Kutaya, talking about commissioners who have resigned willingly without being sacked. For me, I want to agree with him, because at the time you decided to quit your job, you weren't queried, you weren't sacked. And you are coming back to say that you should be giving back that job, when you and I know that nobody is indispensable. For me, it goes a long way to really, ascertain the integrity of certain individuals. You are the one that really quit your job. So for me, there will be no sense, bringing those people back to come and work the work that they have said that they won't work again. So, by and large, time will tell, these things we'll see today.
All right, Mufasa, thank you very much. Samuel from Omerelu, good morning.
Good morning, Femi. Compliment of the season.
All right, wish you the same, my brother. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to react on this payment of this lawmaker that defected.
The
good one, because there's nothing good than peace. But my question this morning is this. The NDCA, who is the speaker to his fashion, is this still the speaker? Because if he's not the speaker, what is his position now in that agreement? Because it's not even totally clear on his own position there. Is this still the speaker or minority leader? Somebody who is in the ruling party before. Now, out of the 27 defected, the remaining 4 also, he is the leader there for now. Passed some resolutions, made some laws. And somebody is telling them this morning that they should recognize the other people. Meaning what? I want to understand. Let us face the reality. Let me also advise you, you're a governor, take a stand and do the necessary thing. I know that I have case in court. That is one of the reasons why all this is happening now. But as a man, think wise. Because he has endangered ADCA as it stands now. Then the issue of giving civil servants rights is a good one. He has laid a very good legacy that no governor have done it in this state. But let you also remember Omerelu Street line. From Elele to Bandri, the light is not working. Since how many years? Since past government now. Amechi and the Wike, but they are standing poles. They should look into that area. Omerelu is in the boundary between River and the
All right, Samuel.
It's more or less a gateway to River State.
Thank you.
They should recognize Omerelu.
Thank you very much, Samuel. Before we get on to Dakuku, something Samuel said, and a lot of people have been saying that maybe it's because the governor has a case in court. That's the reason why he's treading with care, so that the court, implying that you think that the court could be used against him. Now, it brings a question, because people have said this times without number, and now I think we need to ask this question. Are we then saying that what we get from the judiciary is not a team of legal practitioners who look at what is before them and make decisions based on the spirit and letter of the law? Is that what we are implying? Are we implying that anybody can tell the judges of the courts what to do, and then they do it and come up with something to make us think that, okay, this person is for this reason we removed you, or did that, or did this? Because when we keep saying that the case in court is why, that then you're implying that, well, there is no faith in what the judiciary would do, and so the governor thinks he has to be in the good graces of some people who control the judiciary, so that's the implication. That's what we're saying. Is that what it is? I think that question now needs to be asked, because of how many times people have continually say, oh, we understand, maybe it's because of the Supreme Court issue, that's why. Let's see how it goes. Dakuku Inechie, good morning.
Good morning, Chiri Andrew.
Welcome.
This is Dakuku from Awokeche. I'm also joining those groups that saying that for the direction of Tinubu for what he said over with this system, I'm not in support of that, but I support this team to move on this river state. Forget about whatever. The former governor said that he don't want anything called fatality, but now he's doing called fatality here, and it becomes more than any other state which we have witnessed called fatality. Let's see, forget about what they made here. Can bring it to river people. He's doing this river people, not to Wike alone. Let me tell him that. For him not to follow his honor and this thing. So let's have your attention. This is from Awokeche.
All right. Thank you. On Facebook, Udose Nda says, good morning. My stand is that the governor should not implement that resolution, but if he chooses to, well, that's on him. That would spell his doom. Eme Ndi Chidozie says, that peace accord is nothing but APC accord. Everything in it is for the advancement of the APC in the state, and when is Wike defecting to the APC, he should defect and leave the PDP in peace. He wants to utterly destroy the PDP before defected. Because it's also something many have asked. If you are saying everything go back to what it should be, shouldn't the lawmakers go back to the PDP? Because they defected in the time of this rancor in the House and political rancor in the state. So if you're saying let's resolve the problem, shouldn't we resolve that as well? Because and not much was said about why the lawmakers defected, except for working with the president. But didn't they also want to work with the president while they were in the PDP as lawmakers way before this rancor started? Or at that time, were they not in support of the agenda? Because I know the PDP outrightly in Rivers State supported the president. So it means they believed in the president's agenda and were willing to work with him. In fact, we had the former governor, who is now minister, got an appointment. So it means that you believed in what the president was doing. So why now does it require defection to support it? Something that's already been supported from the elections. I'm just asking. Patrick Amadi says, those stakeholders should allow peace to reign in Rivers State. Don't push the governor to the rough side. Happy birthday. Oh, Patrick Amadi, it's your birthday. Happy birthday then. David Victoria says, things should be done properly from time of elections for governance to its right stand. What we are experiencing now in the state is a product of faulty implementation of leadership. This will serve as an eye-opener. Subsequent elections, we will fight godfatherism. David Victoria, as from you, Ogojona Justice on Facebook says, Governor will be forced to implement all the agreements in that accord before the Supreme Court verdict. He can't be too smart over that. And Thank God Ability Atuegbu says, how will the governor cope with the 25 lawmakers that would now be in opposition? The majority will always have their way. That's another one there. On X, quickly, if you're not on X, you can join us on X at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle. Beg your pardon, Nigeria Info PH. That's the handle on X. So just go there, join us. I'll take some of your comments now. We have just quite a few of them. Let's see how many. Okay, not much. Give us a minute. Still waiting for that to come up. Okay. At Thank God Atuegbu says, Governor Simad accepted that he signed the resolution and he has paid the camp lawmakers their salaries. How will he cope with the 25 lawmakers that are now in opposition? At Justice Ori says, greetings from Omudioga. Those asking the governor to implement the resolution, do they also expect the governor to recall the commissioners that willingly resigned? There's also that one. That's a big question. And still on X, at Christy says, I don't understand why people are still opposing the peace pact signed since the governor have accepted the agreement and promised to implement them. So that's where we are. Fine. We have to wrap things up here on this section. We get to a commercial now. We have the business news come up at 7 and the morning crossfire all the way up until 9. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
I'm so excited that it's Christmas again. Or should I say, I'm so excited that it's Christmas. And my wish to you is whatever